Hey, what's up, Mr. I am here today in the Pet Pavilion with Milo Barker, who is going to help me to introduce the subject of today's video, which is the top 5 most loved pets in the spiral. I polled the populace, I talked on social media, I ran my gabber endlessly, pretty much it seems, to find out what you guys think are the actual coolest looking, best acting, most talented pets that there are available. And you came back to me in a big, big way. You'd be actually surprised. Let me go ahead and break it down to you with the number 5 most loved pet of all time. Starting off at number 5 on the list is the polar bear cub. This big old boy right here, he looks about half the size of me, even as a cub, was originally released with the Winterbane Gauntlet as that pet. He became so popular as a pet that in Polaris, they made a number of different bosses and even mobs drop this pet. Between that time that he was released with the Winterbane Gauntlet and Polaris, there are no other drops that I know of. The best way to get him, being as a Winterbane Gauntlet, I'm pretty sure has been discontinued by now, is to go to Polaris, is to beat the crap out of everyone there and see if you can find the polar bear cub. Or if you can't do all that, or you don't want to spend forever questing, just find somebody. Mix. By now, the polar bear cub has been around for a long, long time. I mean, he still stayed young. Look, he's still got good features, no wrinkles yet. Anyhow, the best way to get this polar bear cub these days is to find someone who has him mixed with a pet. Because he is everywhere these days. That's how popular he is. Let's go ahead now and pop on the number 4 pet. At number 4, believe it or not, we have the Dapper Corgi. The Dapper Corgi has also been around for quite a while now. He originally was a crown shop pet, and the demand for him was such from people who didn't want to spend crowns on him that they made him a drop. He's only a drop in one place that I know of, besides dropping a lot of crowns to get him or mixing for the pet. The only place that I know of the first generation Dapper Corgi can be had is from Billy the Cutter, that stone key boss that's in Buckingham Palace. And even he is sort of stingy with this Corgi. The reason that this Corgi is so popular is that he is the only pet that comes with a whopping 8 energy at baby. So you can get this pet without even having to train him and gain 8 energy for yourself for fishing, for gardening, or what have you. Alright, let me go to this spot right here over by Mr. Top Frog. And we will come to the number 3 pet. The number 3 pet is, that's right, the Emberstone Tiger. Now, I think this one's an alright pet, but I don't share the voter enthusiasm for this pet so much. I mean, this pet beat out both the polar bear cub and the Dapper Corgi for being one of the coolest pets, one of the most loved pets in the spiral. It made it to number 3, in fact. This pet originally came from only the Keeper's Lore Pack. And so far as I know, there is no drops for an actual Emberstone Tiger, even today. Ivanenko's Tiger over in Polaris looks close. But if I remember right, Ivanenko's Tiger is a Storm. I think it's a Storm. The original Emberstone Tiger, as you can tell by his bright, bright orange and fiery coloring, is a fire pet. I forgot to mention it, by the way, on the previous 2 pets, and I will do that. The Dapper Corgi is also a fire pet, and the polar bear cub is an ice pet. What's odd about this list is there's only 1 pet on here that is not fire or ice. Go figure. But anyhow, for now, well, that was a weird glitch. Look at that. Look. That's cool. That was weird. Did you guys see that glitch? That was totally weird. Like, our buddy here, Milo Barker, disappeared. In fact, like a lot of things just disappeared on this and then took a minute and popped back on. Wow. I might have to make a glitch video out of this after all. Alright, anyhow, our Emberstone Tiger is the number 3 most loved pet in the spiral. Let me go ahead now, and in case anything else disappears, hopefully not me, and go to the number 2 pet. You guys might be surprised by this one because I sure was. Here it is. Number 2 most loved pet in the spiral is the Mountain Yeti. I was really surprised by this one, but a lot of people have mentioned this pet as one of their favorites. I've seen a few of them around. I don't really have a lot of interest in this pet myself, being as well, as you all know, I'm kind of a permanent fan of the Pale Maiden as that goes. But in any case, the Mountain Yeti was first introduced as a pet drop for Polaris, and there is one hybrid to this. There is also a life version to this Yeti pet, but for some reason, whenever mentioning the Yeti as a favorite pet, people mention the Mountain Yeti in particular. As you can tell from his blue and white color scheme, he is definitely an ice pet. And he comes with a fair amount of decent talents, actually even as a first gen. Has quite the interesting little movement set, and he is the number 2 most favorite pet in the spiral. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for. The first, the best, the top most loved pet in the spiral. The number 1 most loved pet in the spiral is the Winged Catastrophe. This pet looks like Meow Wing, and I'm not quite sure how it gained its claim to fame. It's a cool looking little pet. I do have to say that. Maybe that's what it is. It's a cool looking little pet. Plus it has a cool combination of talents. Plus, I mean, just looking at it. Just watching it move around and accompany the player. I can understand it. This is the number 1 most loved pet in the spiral. The Winged Catastrophe comes only from the Howling Nightmare pack. As I mentioned before, it looks like Meow Wing, and so far as I know, other than pet mixing, there is no actual drop for this pet anywhere. This is the Winged Catastrophe, a cute little Halloween pet. There we go. Let me get in there, little eyeballs. I like how he lays down. If he actually drank from a saucer of milk, he might be the most perfect pet. But there you have it, guys. That is the top 5 most loved pets in the spiral. I do believe that is going to end my little Pet Pavilion video for now. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, a good hard smash, and as well subscribe and share. I would love to see more of you here. It would be great. Until next time, this is Skeleton Mystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Skeleton Mystic. I am here today in the Commons to talk about Wizard101 as a game. Where it's been, where it's going, where it might go. A lot of you, most of you, in fact, if you're watching this video, more than likely, like to play Wizard101. You love the game. Overall, it's a wonderful experience.